Hey everyone, it's Friday, March 25th, 2022. It's time for another episode of Live with Virginia NORML. I'm J.M. Padini, the Development Director for the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws and the Executive Director of the state chapter, Virginia NORML. As always, we're going to talk all things cannabis in the Commonwealth, and you'll get questions answered. Your burning questions answered live on today's show, just like every Friday. Super excited to be here with you all. Who's ready for the weekend? I am, and don't forget, this weekend we'll be at Shamrock the Block here in Scott's Addition. So I hope to see all of you in the Richmond area out here at our booth saying hi. Hey, Stefan. Hey, Kenyana. My colleague Jax does a live also on Fridays, and she talks about state policy from around the country. So you can watch a recap of that if you missed it live, but be sure to tune in Fridays about an hour earlier than this show to ask Jax all of your burning questions live about any state policy related to cannabis. Hey, Sue. Hi, Robin. Hey, Ryan. Good to see you. Oh, hi, Della. Hey, Bonds. Good to see you. Hey, I saw some of you all here earlier in the week when we did a special live with NORML for the 50th anniversary of the Schaefer Report. So this is a huge report that came out half a century ago in which Congress's own expert commission recommended that cannabis prohibition be repealed at the federal level. Of course, we all know that's not what happened, but we sat down this week and did live on Tuesday with NORML founder Keith Strop and NORML executive director Eric Altieri, and you can watch that live recorded. You can watch that live stream recorded on NORML's YouTube and NORML's Facebook and on the NORML website. And I know that, the fan just turned off and it got much quieter here. I know that Ben is going to drop that in the comments for you all shortly. Or wait, Ben's going to drop it on the comments on Virginia NORML. I'm going to do it for everyone here. Let's see how this goes. See if I did it right. Welcome back, Robin, by the way. Hey, Fred and Alan. Hey, Kayla and Amy, good to see you. Hi, other Brian. Look, I did it. Ben, I posted it. I did it like a champ. Good job. Oh, except on YouTube. It looks super jankety on YouTube. Charlie, I'm glad you liked that show with Keith and Eric. It was super fascinating, wasn't it? Thanks for tuning in and asking your questions. All right, so let's talk about Virginia. Governor Youngkin did put out a statement a few days ago regarding convening a special session. Now, don't get all worked up. It's just for the budget. It's April 4th. And it's specific to the budget. Apparently, there are some other bills lingering that they want to revisit, but as far as we're aware, this doesn't have anything to do with any. That doesn't create a space for cannabis legislation the way previous special sessions have. So, yeah, that's what's out there. Oh, here's the proclamation itself. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is for the purpose of the completion of the biennial budget, according to the proclamation. So, no special sessions like we've seen before that are many, many weeks long. Hi, Jack and Michael. Oh, Neil, glad to see you're in North Carolina. We have a great chapter in North Carolina. If you aren't connected with them, definitely get connected with North Carolina NORML. If you need help figuring that out, just shoot us an email at chapters@norml.org. Hi, Tamra. Dawn, sorry about Indiana. Look, you can do things. You can do things. Look, we did it here in Virginia. You can do things there too. Get involved with Indiana NORML if you haven't already. Hi, Jennifer Douglas. Hi, Marcy. Hi, Marty in Illinois. Another example of where people have done the work and gotten the job done. Hey, Stacy. Oh, so many friends here today. So great to see you all. I hope you all have tons of comments because we don't have tons of new things to talk about. So ask all your questions. All right, I will tell you, as I'm sure Jax and Morgan told you all earlier, for those who tuned in for Live with NORML, next week, the U.S. House of Representatives is going to vote again on the MORE Act. So won't be the first time that the House has voted on the MORE Act, but it'll be exciting nonetheless. This legislation was previously approved in the House in December of 2020. It didn't get a hearing in the Senate, and next week's vote will mark only the second time in more than 50 years that a chamber of Congress has revisited the classification of cannabis as a Schedule 1 and federally prohibited substance. So, listen, friends, I would love it if you would take a quick minute to send a message in support of the MORE Act. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna share the same thing again. That was Ben's copy, not mine. Let's see if I know how to use the internet. There we go. Oh no, I'm just gonna keep sharing the same thing over and over again. Fifth time's a charm. There you go, friends. Please, please, please read our press release about the vote on the MORE Act, the hearing on the MORE Act next week. And most importantly, when you click on that link after the show, then you're going to see, click here to contact your lawmaker to urge them to vote yes on the MORE Act. You should do that. In fact, we can make it even easier for you and just put that right here. We'll just put that right there. You just click right on that. Send that action alert. Hey, also, we are doing an awesome, might I say, an awesome sticker giveaway at NORML. And if you donate through a very specific link, I mean, I love when you donate anywhere at NORML, but listen, if you donate through this specific link, then you will get your own Legalize America sticker. This isn't going to last long, though, friends. This is going to only last until through Thursday, next Thursday. I'm going to turn it off next Thursday. Yeah. So if you would love to get your hands, there it is. If you would love to get your hands on this Legalize America sticker, and you know you would, then take a minute and click on there and donate $10 or more. And we'll send you that sticker, friends. Yes, Ellie, next week will be the hearing on the MORE Act. Oh, Michael, I'm so I'm so glad you am I so glad you asked this question? Okay. So do we have a position? I think our position is to tell you what the law says. It's not no organizational position. But Michael, if you're asking, you're not asking, do I think the more seed giveaways are normalized, it will lead to more movement toward legalization? No, absolutely not. I do not think giving away seeds has any impact, and certainly no impact in a positive direction on the Virginia General Assembly. I will also tell you that they're not legal. I get it. It's unpopular when I tell the cold hard truth about the way Virginia code is written. But my friends, that's the way Virginia code is written. And the reason is because the definition of marijuana, that's what it's called, in Virginia code, it is called marijuana. The definition includes seeds. Yeah. You can't distribute marijuana in public. You can share it in private with other adults, 21 and older, up to 1 ounce. You're welcome. Now, the real question I think people want to know is, well, can I get away with it? And it seems like, depending on where you live, you can get away with it. Doesn't mean it's legal. What's really sad is that while a business or a club seems to be able to get away with plenty of things, Virginia is definitely still criminalizing Black and brown people for possessing and consuming cannabis. Just the facts, friends. Just the facts. I hope so, Robert. I hope so. Look, we've changed some things, and we'll keep working on it. Even the change in federal law is not the end of it. Whether all 50 states have changed or federal law has changed, there still remains work for NORML to do to ensure that those people who do choose to consume cannabis responsibly aren't treated like second-class citizens, and that they have access to cannabis products that are safe, convenient, and affordable. Oh, Chris, I'm sorry you couldn't see the sticker, but if you click on the link, the last one that I put up, it says Let's Legalize America. That'll give you the sticker blog. Charlie, I'm sure you have. And I'm sure he sent you the same sad response as to why he thinks marijuana is a gateway drug. You're welcome, Chris. Give a quick scroll up and see. Hey, Alan. Alan, there's really no reason to believe that it wouldn't pass the House. The problem is the Senate. Problem is the Senate. Happy weekend to you also, Ellie. Oh, good. I'm glad I scrolled back up because there were questions I missed. I think you've answered your own. It's not really a question. It's more of a statement there, Fonz, but you were correct. That's not a good idea. Flying with cannabis products is just not a good idea. I get it. Some people who've been living out west for a number of years feel perfectly entitled to do so. I think people on the East Coast feel much differently about that. Florida's not a good state to see how that goes. Just gonna put that out there. I'm from that state, by the way. All right, let's get down to Chris's question. Yes, your backyard is your property, Chris. So as long as you are 21 or older, you can consume cannabis on your private property. The only reason you wouldn't perhaps be allowed to do so wouldn't be because of law, but might be because of the property owner. Let's say someone lives, someone's a renter, then the landlord could prohibit smoking in general on their property. But as long as it's your property and you're 21 or older, then you can consume cannabis on your property. If people can see you consuming cannabis, that's not your problem. Make good choices always, but you're not doing anything illegal as long as you're 21 or older and you're on your private property consuming cannabis in your backyard. If people from the golf course can see you, it's still private property. Now, it would change if that were plants. If you were, let's say, asking the question about can I grow plants in my backyard? Well, I mean, all the same things same parameters would apply, being 21 or older. having rights to do so at that property because you're the owner and not subject to any restrictions by the owner of the property. But then you would need to keep those plants shielded from public view. And that would include folks on the golf course. Although technically that's probably not a public way, it's probably a private golf course. Still, make good choices. Look, Rick, Morgan's not the worst. Like he's no Rob Whitman. He's not really where he needs to be on this issue, but he's a lot better than Rob. Yeah, you sure can, as long as it's your yard. Yes, you can. If you are on your private property, yes, you can. Now, this is for your home that you own. If you are in an apartment complex, that becomes very different. But you are asking me, presumably, Ryan, about a yard, then yes. Wade, I have asked the Attorney General's office for an opinion on this, and I still haven't really gotten an answer. It could be. It really could be. So be thoughtful, Wade, and if this would really just pertain to shielding your plants from view from a public way. Yes, just like Ryan says. It is legal here. Thanks for asking. July 1st, 2021, Virginia became the first state in the South to legalize marijuana for adults 21 and older. It could be Michael. Michael wants to know if, says for growing purposes, is an alley considered public view? It very well could be, Michael. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if New York has personal cultivation, to be honest. But there's a website for that, normal.org. You can go on there and take a quick look. I'll see if I can figure that out, while we're on the doing a live. Possession for personal use. Yes, okay. On March 31st, Governor Andrew Cuomo signed the Marijuana Regulation and Tax Act, MRTA, into law. 6 plants per person, 3 mature and 3 immature, and or up to 12 plants per household, 6 mature, 6 immature. That takes effect in 2022. You can find that at normal.org. Click on state laws and click on New York. Thanks for asking. So glad we could have that fun time together. Your front yard is in the woods. All right, Ryan. You're welcome, Wade. Fonz, you know how. You know how, friend. Because these are the people that Virginia elected to represent them. They don't really care about this issue. They don't want to talk about it out loud. That's how. Thank you, Ben, for getting the New York link posted. You're welcome. All right, friends, we have so many awesome things for Shamrock the Block. I'm super excited about it. I got it all packed up over there, ready to go after this live. We have socks. Do you want to see the socks? I know you want to see the socks. We have jokes about socks at Normal. But really, all you need to know is that these socks legalize marijuana. They sure do. They sure do. And if you come see us at Shamrock the Block, you too can get awesome socks like this that legalize marijuana. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. Hey, thanks for sharing that Facebook event, Ben. That was awesome. Let me also show you some of these awesome things. If you haven't yet gotten your 2022 normal membership card, I'd love to send you one. You can get this by going to normal.org/join, $35 a year, and you're a normal member. I'd love to send you this awesome card. But wait, there's more. You should obviously become a member of Virginia NORML. That's right, different card. Little clippy thing. If you go to vanormal.org/join, $25 is our annual membership there. I would love to send you this card too. I'll even put your name on it. Michael, I'm so glad you asked this question. I actually called my colleague to discuss this. No word yet as to whether or not we're going to be able to expedite that. Board of Pharmacy's last meeting, they did talk about this taking effect on July 1. The current administration is a little hinky on all things cannabis. So I am, after today's call, not anticipating that they're going to do anything to help alleviate the 8,000 patient backlog the Board of Pharmacy currently has, and instead let that drag out until July 1st. But we'll see. There's always hope, right? Okay, don't even know what that means. What else, friends? What else is going on? What other questions? What are you all doing this weekend? Have you gotten your tickets yet for the National Cannabis Festival or the National Cannabis Policy Summit? Hey, those things are happening next month. I can't believe it's almost time for those events. I'm so excited for the National Cannabis Policy Summit. I love that event. It's super awesome every year. If you're not able to join us in DC for the Policy Summit, it is typically broadcast on the National Cannabis Festival website and on Facebook and on C-SPAN. So hopefully it will be again this year. Love the Policy Summit. And then, of course, the day after is the National Cannabis Festival. Fortunately, back in April instead of in August. We didn't do it for a few years there during the pandemic. And then we did a sort of a makeup version in August. And it was like being on the surface of the sun. It was terrible. I mean, the event was, people were super excited to be there and the concert was great, but it was so hot. So really excited that we're going back in April now. Hey, Paul, I'm so glad you asked. We just talked about this before you joined us. And in fact, the U.S. House of Representatives will vote on the MORE Act next week. So take a minute and head to normal.org/act and urge your member of Congress to vote in support of the MORE Act next week. Ryan, that is the big event coming up in April, is around 4/20 is the National Cannabis Festival. I'm sure all sorts of weird things are happening in Virginia. Feel free to let us know. Actually, not weird. There is an event in Hampton Roads area. Tamara, I know you're here. Tamara will drop a comment in there about the event she will be at in Norfolk. Gongstock. Thank you. It's called Gongstock. Is it in Virginia Beach or Norfolk, Tamara? I can't remember. It's down in the Hampton Roads area, and Tamara will be there for Virginia NORML and Cruel Consequences. Fred. It's at Benchtop Brewery, so definitely check out Gongstock. Super excited that Tamara's going back to represent us at that event in Norfolk at Benchtop Brewery again. And then Roger will be at a show on that date in Roanoke as well. I'm sure we'll have all of the details for that on the Virginia NORML Facebook. And then we will put together a 420 blog, just like we always do at NORML, and we'll include those events on that blog, as well as the action alert for 420. Because while it's definitely a day of celebration, it should also be a day of action. Look at friends are talking about doing stuff, and I love it. Fred wants to know about plant tags. Cassidy found some plant tags. Actually, I think, let's give credit where credit is due. Our newest intern helped Cassidy find some plant tags. So I think we will be ordering those shortly. Do you think we should get them pre-printed? Or do you think we should just order plain plant tags that you can write your name on yourself? Thank you, Tamara. Tamara has an event coming up in Short Pump on April 2nd at Cultivate Wellness. She'll be doing a book signing of her new book, Human Cost of Marijuana Prohibition. You're right, Ryan. They are ridiculous. What's ridiculous is that because there's no penalty specified for failing to tag your plant, that could be a Class 6 felony. Jennifer, yes. Did it pass like years ago? Yes. So for some time now, was it just this? I don't remember how time works anymore. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's been like that for a minute. Law enforcement may not stop, search, or seize a person, place, or thing based solely on the odor of marijuana. That took effect a while back, and it is still in effect. There was an effort to, there was a new bill that attempted to overturn that. Thank you, Jennifer, for reminding me. There was a bill introduced in the 2022 General Assembly that attempted to overturn that prohibition on smell. And that bill, not only were we able to have that particular provision removed entirely from the bill while it was in the House, when it made its way over to the Senate, it died. Of course, it died there. No, Jeff, it does not have to say medical. There's nothing about that in the code. If your plants must be tagged in Virginia, it has to have your full name. It has to have your identification number from either your driver's license or your state issued ID card. And it has to indicate that they are for personal use, which is arbitrary, but do that. Yeah. Personal use. It doesn't specify medical in the code. Hey, friends, there is still an action alert out there. Speaking of special session and signing this bill and how we really ought to have this take effect sooner rather than later, I would encourage you all in Virginia to take a moment and send this action alert. I don't know why this thing doesn't like posting comments, but I can see them. Send an action alert to Governor Youngkin asking him not only to sign the medical improvements bill, but to expedite the date that it can take effect. Yeah. If you want the patient registration to end sooner, rather than later. It's going to end on July 1st. If you want it to end sooner, the only way that can happen is if Governor Youngkin puts forth an amendment for it to do so. So send that action alert. I wonder how many people have sent that action alert. Do you want to see how many people care about ending patient registration in Virginia? Let's find out together. 242 people care about that. When we had our legalization action alert, 9,000 people sent that email. So just to keep it in perspective for you there. Hey, how about a few more of you send that action alert to Governor Youngkin asking that this bill be signed and that it take effect before July 1st. That'd be fun. Okay, thanks. Hey, friends, that's all I got this week. You know, it was a nice, quiet, slow week. It's delightful. Hope to have a few more like that. Just like I'll settle down after session. That was a lot. All right, listen, if you are watching this show after it was live, feel free to drop your comments in the question. Drop your questions in the comments. You know what I mean. Drop your questions in the comments, and we love to come back and take a look and answer those later. We do this show every Friday. So join us back here Fridays at 4 for live with Virginia NORML. Join us a little earlier in the day on Fridays for live with NORML. And if you aren't a member, join. We need you. Our average NORML donation is $21. We aren't funded by big special interests. We're funded by good people like you. That's how we've been able to change cannabis laws in the United States for over 52 years. Shanna, I agree, Shanna. Yeah, absolutely. We should absolutely end this terrible registration process for Virginia patients that is just going so slowly. I'm sure, despite Board Pharmacy's best efforts, there are 8,000 patients waiting for cards, and we can end that now. Governor could end that now. Send an action alert. Ask Governor Youngkin to expedite the date of enactment for that. Yes, Paul, the MORE Act is next week. Be sure you send an action alert for that as well. Go to norml.org/act. We'll put that on the Virginia action page as well in just a minute. Hey, Ryan, you have a great weekend. Fonz, you have faith in Schumer to get us a Senate vote? Okay. Oh, hi, Chris. Haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome back. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. I hope to see you all at Shamrock the Block here in Scott's Addition tomorrow. It's going to be great weather. Otherwise, I will see you all back here next Friday. Have a lovely weekend. Thanks for watching.